I know we live in a matrix, but there's no way that the mainstream media is this dishonest.
See the colors waving high. Red, white, blue up in the sky.
As a running mate for Donald Trump, it is unavoidable to note that his record of remarks about Trump is one that I think could reasonably be described as rich.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him.
My current plan is to vote either third party or, as I joke to my wife, I might write in my dog, because that's about as good as it seems. But, you know, I think there's a chance, if I feel like Trump has a really good chance of winning, that I might have to hold my nose and vote for Hillary Clinton. Ultimately, I think I'll probably vote third party. I might vote for this new guy who I really like, Evan McMullin, who I actually met the other day. But I think that I'm going to vote third party, because I can't stomach Trump. I think that he's noxious and is leading the white working class to a very dark place.
So as you guys heard, JD Vance, very opinionated in the early days of Trump, which for me, as a logical, reasonable person, I look at it as people are people. We all have different opinions. Someone might not be our favorite pick at the time, but I just want to remind you guys and really go into the psychology of the left-wing media. We're going to find some strange things. I would like to take a stroll down memory lane, and you guys can tell me what you think. Tell me if you hear what I hear, see what I see. Roll the next clip.
You also worked with them to oppose busing.
Look, everything I've done in my career, I ran because of civil rights. I continue to think we have to make fundamental changes in civil rights. And those civil rights, by the way, include not just only African Americans, but the LGBT community.
But Vice President Biden, do you agree today that you were wrong to oppose busing in America then?
No.
Do you agree?
I did not oppose busing in America. What I opposed is busing ordered by the Department of Education. That's what I opposed.
Well, there was a failure of states to integrate public schools in America. I was part of the second class to integrate Berkeley, California public schools almost 2 decades after Brown v. Board of Education.
Because your city council made that decision. It was a local decision.
So that's where the federal government must step in. That's why we have the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act. That's why we need to pass the Equality Act. That's why we need to pass the ERA, because there are moments in history where states...
And there you go, folks. Kamala Harris, totally opposed by the career of Joseph Biden. Yet everyone else on the conservative side is supposed to be concerned that Trump picked someone who was also opposed to him at one point. As soon as he asked for her to join his ticket, not only did she jump and ask how high, but the woman turned around and just gushed over the fact that they were able to win. I use that term, win loosely.
We did it. We did it, Joe. You're going to be the next president of the United States.
But they were able to get into the White House. So now JD Vance is supposed to be under attack because he spoke his truth. He spoke his opinion, which most leftists say they value people's opinion. But it really turns out it's only if you agree with them or push their narrative. I'm fine with the backlash because it just makes the ticket, for me personally, a person that usually likes to think of themselves as a reasonable, logical guy, it just shows that the ticket is about the country. It also shows that the sell that the media was looking to go for in terms of Trump being selfish, Trump being divisive, Trump being a person that you can't work with. Debunked. That's the real issue. The real issue is that Trump is not coming off the way they would like him to come off. The left-wing media obviously hoped that he had a fragile ego. That's what they're hoping for. But here's the funny thing. They applauded Joe Biden for doing the absolute same thing. As the old saying goes, if it's good for the goose, it should be good for the gander. That's simple. But who am I kidding? These people are morally corrupt, intentionally dangerous. And it just reminds me of my personal life. You know, I was working corporate. I've seen people with Black Lives Matter or any leftist movement, and they could wear the shirts. But the one time I wear something that matches my political views, they fire me. Hence why I'm here. Not enough of us speak out. I'm Blade Phoenix. Thank you for watching.